Well, hey, bae. It's Jamie. That's me here. And welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to yet another review on Love Island, USA. Understand this. Casa Amor for me was definitely boring on both sides. Okay. So that's why you won't see no reviews from me on Casa Amor. The only highlight for me that I cared to entertain, maybe it was two parts. Okay. One, primarily, ultimately, Phoebe. Like her, like her, like her, like her, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely think that she's a much better fit for Isaiah, in my opinion. I feel like we don't know a whole lot about Phoebe, so we're just gonna have to, learn more about Miss Girl. But ultimately, when I first saw her, I said, "Oh my God, she's gorgeous." Absolutely gorgeous. I like her personality so far. So I would love to see her back in the villa. I felt like Jeff. Jeff was like, oh, she gonna have to come back. Out of all the girls, like she coming back to the villa, period. So I definitely felt like Jeff when it came down to that. But let's get into some things. Because Chaz got a chance to go to the hideaway. Why everybody suggested Chaz's ass, I don't know. But they sent Chaz to the hideaway and he went with Gabby. And listen, I'm going to say it before, as I've always said, Chaz is a boy, period. Okay. Didn't like him the moment he walked into the villa. Still don't. And it ain't changing. Understand that. Okay. So Chaz decides after he done went to this damn hideaway with this girl. I ain't no telling what they was in there doing, filling up, rubbing up, kissing up, touching up, sucking up, whatever they was doing, fucking up a little something over there in the hideaway. Once they were done, okay, all of a sudden he makes the decision that he decides he wants to couple up with Bella. If that ain't some elf boy shit, Chaz is over here rotating the women. And this is what kills me about Chaz. He loves talking about, oh my God, the Love Island gods are listening. Oh my God, they sent me the perfect girl. She's perfect for me. He loves to use these weak ass, fake ass buzzwords, in my opinion, making it seem like he really all in on a person when he really not. Are you really there trying to find love for real, for real? I mean, I guess, because I already can hear the people tip tapping, typity typing, saying, well, Kat was the one that wasn't into him, and Serenity wasn't the one that was into him. Girl, he's still fake as hell, period. But you get somebody that's into you, like Gabby, and you don't even want Gabby. You want to slide over here to Bella. So if Bella ain't 100% into you, this what you get. That's what you get because you like women that obviously are a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I felt bad for Bella because I'm not Bella, but Gabby. I ain't know what Gabby did in that hideaway with this man. And then now you want to come over here and tell this girl, oh, I want to, link up with you. I want to see what's going on with you. You want to sleep with me tonight? And then put this girl up at her spot in the bed, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Miss Gabby was over there sleeping with, but he gonna tell Bella he want her in the bed. So that's what's going to happen. He does end up having a conversation with Miss Gabby, and we'll get to that part, okay? We ended up seeing Jeff. Jeff talks about Nija and how he wants to, move forward with her. It's nobody in that villa that he's connecting with, or in Casa Amor that he's connecting with. So he wants to go back to Nija. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen because you're really not her type. Just like Chaz wasn't Serenity's type. Like, you're just not her type, sir. You already know the type of man that she's into, and it's not your hue, period. Okay. It's not, she's not into you. So I felt bad for Jeff because I already knew that Naja not going for you. She already trying to, find somebody over there to stick with over there at Casa More, because it's not you. It wasn't you from the beginning. She came to you crying to you about Isaiah, not getting to know Isaiah, wishing she could talk to Isaiah. Like, she came over there crying to you about that. So that girl, Meanwhile, speaking of Isaiah, he confused because he don't know what the hell he want to do when it comes to, Sydney or Phoebe. It seems like he really doesn't want to hurt the feelings of Sydney, obviously. But then also it's giving a little bit, are you scared of Sydney? Like, come on. Like, this is your experience just as much as it's hers. Like, come on, sir. So he was really struggling, but you could tell from the conversations he's having with the guys want him to let loose. The guys want him to go after Phoebe because they see how beautiful she is, how attractive she is. Like, go after her. Like, You and Sydney toxic as hell, bro. Like, and that's crazy because they're in the villa, so they get to see everything that we seeing on the outside. So it's like, yo, go after her. And I'm glad that he made the decision that he made. Okay. Meanwhile, Kat can't find a connection in the new guys, but she hoping she can find a connection in Jerry. And I said, girl, we'll see how that's gonna play out. It didn't really play out in her favor, as she would have liked for it to. Okay. So Chaz tells Gabby that he wants to sleep with Bella, which was so fucked up. Okay. Now I am glad that Miss Gabby called his ass out in the confessional, because she ain't saying nothing too much different than what Serenity said about his fake ass. Okay. She says, I was not expecting that when Chaz came to her and told her, listen, I want to go ahead and stay in the bed with Miss Gabby tonight. Okay. He says, she says, I was not expecting that, because he was sitting up here telling me, you know what I'm saying? I really like you. I like the connection we got. I think our connection is genuine or whatever. And I want to see you. I want to see you back in the villa. Like, Chaz is fake as fuck. Period. Okay. The boy is fake as hell. And we saw it from a mile away, but some of y'all don't want to have y'all eyes open. The boy is fake. And I'm like, you done sat up here, brought this girl to the hideaway, did whatever you did with her, and didn't want to turn around, tell her you want to sleep in the bed with somebody else. Got this girl in her head thinking that she's possibly going to come back to the villa the same way you had Serenity thinking that you was going to choose her in the end, only for you to end up choosing Bella, having Bella in your bed, and then had the audacity to link up with Gabby at a later time and gonna sit up there and ask this girl, tell her about, him spending the night, of course, or having the night in with Bella in his bed and everything. But then gonna ask this girl, did that make you feel away? Did it make you feel away that she was in the bed? Duh, you knew that it was gonna make her feel away. She felt the way the moment your ass came to her and told her how things were gonna go down. Like, come on now. Like, girl, the boy is definitely giving calculated. The boy is definitely fake. The boy was definitely, in my opinion, feeling both of the ladies, but tried to get, have his cake and eat it too. When it came down to the hideaway, yes, hideaway. Let me go ahead and get Gabby up in the hideaway, right? I can get a piece of action of her, and then I'll bring Bella back to the villa. So I feel like he already had a plan the entire time. Either way, the plan equates to a fakeness for me. I don't know why he's still on this show, because I mean, girl, y'all can send it. Like, why are we holding on to Chaz? Let's talk to the cast. Like, why is we holding on to Chaz for what, girl? He ain't really trying to do nothing out here in these streets, girl. But anyway, that boy ain't trying to find love. That man trying to rotate the ladies. Anyway, so like I said, not much was happening back in the villa with the ladies, except for Courtney trying to explore her options to see whether or not she liked Chad more, or if she liked some of the other guys more. And my thing is, girl, I wish you would have just stayed with Felipe. You should have just kept Felipe. I mean, like, the passion between y'all seemed to be unmatched. Now, Felipe probably would have showed his ass in Casa more, possibly, but the way majority of the guys acted with the new ladies that came in, like, girl, Felipe probably would have came home without issue. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? But I hate to see you, try and find your guy too, because you over here acting a little bit like Chaz, your damn self. Y'all probably should have grouped up, because you can't seem to find nobody. You over here hopping and hopping and hopping. Okay, but granted, you was with Bryce. All right, so I'm gonna give you that. You really ain't been out here with a lot of people. You've been with Bryce the whole time, but Bryce ended up getting eliminated by your homegirls. Okay, so that's their fault. Got it. All right, so we learned that there will be a recoupling. But what was confusing to me is Sydney. Like, girl, why is you crying? Why is Sydney crying and we haven't even gotten to the recoupling yet? She already in her feelings talking about how she feels stupid. I'm like, Sydney, go away from me with this. But anyway, girl, so we get to the recoupling, and this is how things play out. So it gets to Courtney. Courtney, of course, chose Chad. I was kind of shocked a little bit, but I guess he was the better option out of the guys that they brought, because the guys were extremely underwhelming. Kat ended up choosing no one, because she really wants to see if she can connect with Jared. She did not want to be coupled up with somebody that she's not interested in, like Chaz. Okay. Who else? Chaz comes back with Bella. This is what I could not stand about fucking Chaz. Chaz is, to me, very self-centered. You could tell from the way that he walked out, but that's just my opinion. The way he walked out, first of all, nobody else walked out before the girl that they were coupled up with. Like, he walked out and it looked like Miss Man was trying to catch up with him type thing. Like, he walked out, got his shirt unbuttoned, like, yeah, like, I'm here, I arrived, like, it's all about me, it's Chaz, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came, and then the girl, I'm like, everybody else waited on their girl. grabbed her arm and walked out with her. You walked out first, like the show was all about your ass, and then turned around and she grabbed your hand, and then you kept walking. I said, girl, why is you, ma'am, if you just played him to get back to the villa, girl, I'm not even gonna be mad at you, girl. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do out here in these streets. Okay. So yeah, when Kat saw him with the new girl, she said she's not surprised. Right. That again for me says a lot. Serenity done told us about this man. Kat is subtly telling us about this man. And then we also had pretty much Gabby telling us about this man. Girl, how many more people y'all want to tell us about this man? Anyway, so Jared arrived with Shanice or Shinsei or whatever her name is. So he arrives with her, therefore leaving more egg on the face of Miss Cat. So now she got to sit down. So we don't know what's going to happen with that or whether they're going to actually try and make a connection or what. So there's that. Naja chose Nick from Casa Amor. Jeff arrived with nobody. And it was so sad y'all seeing Jeff arrive. Girl, I felt so bad for Jeff. I was like, damn, I'm so tired of my boy getting played. Y'all gonna stop playing my boy. Okay, you getting played by the producers and the cast members. And I feel a way about it because my thing is this. Y'all need to go ahead and give this man, like, bring in some women that he actually like. Deep melanated women. Like, what is wrong with, like, bring in some women? Like, what the fuck is going on? But anyway, so Zeta and Timmy. Zeta says she recoupling with her man. Timmy walk out pretending, acting like he got somebody else coming in the villa, but he doesn't. It's him. He walks out. They share a passionate kiss. Timmy was on his best behavior in Casa More. Listen, they are cute. I don't know about y'all, but the Timmy that I'm seeing now versus the Timmy I saw at the top of the season seemed like a completely different Timmy. Timmy seemed like he was a jokester and stuff, but lately Timmy has been coming around as though, like, I don't know, a much more mature Timmy. Just very interesting to me. Maybe Timmy grew up after he gave that speech to Zeta at the last recoupling, where he's talking about, I'm at a point in my life where I want this, that, or the other, or whatever he's saying. So maybe, just maybe, that's where we're seeing Timmy grow up. I don't know, but I like it. Whatever this energy Timmy giving, I'm liking it. I don't know if he's gonna maintain it outside of the villa, but listen, yes, Timmy. Yes, honey. Let's keep going. Okay. So Deb decided she finna choose Kyle, baby. Listen, the people already been over there on the Twitter and up under the Instagram post calling Kyle out for, I believe they tried to say he is somebody or some girl. You know what I'm saying? He got some things going on with him. But either way, it didn't stop Miss Deb from choosing him because she don't know nothing about their life, but I guess she'll learn afterwards. And you know what we saw? Jesse that came out, and Jesse ain't had nobody on his arm. So Jesse, that's what you get. I can't be mad at Deb because you wasn't giving her anything. And I also find it to be very interesting because Jeff, I like you, but did y'all catch when Jeff looked over there at her and then he said, I can't even look at her, man. I can't even look at Shawty. I can't even look at Shawty or whatever. But it sounded like, he was talking about Deb. Now, maybe he could have said that about Naja, but they played the clip after Deb made her decision, making it appear as though he's talking about Deb. He can't even look at her because the first thing he also said was, what the fuck is going on? All right. That's what he asked. Anyway, Jesse returned. He couldn't be too upset. He was disappointed, but he also said that he feels like Deb deserves better than him. I said, I'm glad that you know. I'm glad that you know. But Deb seemed like she was sick from her decision. Like when recoupling was over, she was the first person to get up and walk off. Like, don't be mad with your decision, girl. You was happy, right? You happy, right? You good. And you really shouldn't be mad, in my opinion, because he didn't give you a whole lot. And on top of that, when he was coupled up with Val, he was over there trying to two-time the both of y'all. So girl, don't be mad. Like, let it be what it's gonna be. All right. Girl, they didn't say it'll be for month ass girl. Sydney said she want to recouple up with Isaiah. Isaiah walked out. Let me tell you, I feel like Isaiah did this shit so smooth. The way Isaiah walked out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this was the first time Isaiah looked good to me. The first time after watching, since I watched this, the first time he looked good. Isaiah walked out, you know what I'm saying? Looked over to the side, put that arm out. Miss Phoebe looked fine. Orange banging, okay, on the body. Miss Phoebe came out, put her arm in. Girl, Sydney's face cracked. It cracked. And then she looked over at Zeta and said, I told you. Yeah, you just knew it. You just knew it. And I'm so grateful for Isaiah's Casa Amor experience for him, even though he was in turmoil a bit. But the reason I'm so happy he got that experience was because when they brought in Naja and they brought in Kat or whoever they brought in, they couldn't even get to know him because you was all up under him and all over him. Okay. So now Now, and that happened with all women. Now that he got a chance to get away from you, he could properly try and explore, try his process, and experience this love island with somebody else. Like, he could properly do this. And if it's going to be you, then great. You'll see that because he'll return back to you. You know what I'm saying? But Sydney, you definitely don't want to come for Miss Phoebe, because Miss Phoebe does strike me as somebody you don't want to go toe to toe with. So we'll see how this gonna play out. They asked Sydney how she felt. Girl, Sydney said she felt like a semi truck done hit her. Girl, I bet you do. I bet you do. Isaiah says, listen, he just trying to figure out his process. I don't blame Isaiah. Do your thing. Sydney said, I'm not crying off this makeup. I'm not gonna cry off this makeup. Only for her to start crying off that makeup a little later. Okay. Sydney also says that a girl like her won't stay single for long. And let me tell you what made me holler. If you go back and watch this is what made me holler. And I watched this late at night, girl. I was in here screaming. I was like, ah! Listen, the host told Sydney, you're now single. You can have a seat. After Sydney said, a girl like me don't stay single for long, the host said, Sydney, you're now single. You can have a seat. It was just like, girl, the timing was great. Comical. Girl, have a seat. You're right. You're now saying, girl, have a seat. Loved it. Okay. Dad walks off immediately, as I told y'all. And then you got Nigel over there running up behind Jeff, trying to talk to him over there, crying, feeling away. Jeff, I didn't. Like, girl, cut it out. I was with Jeff. Jeff said, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good. I loved it. Walk off from her. Girl, you didn't want him, but you probably gonna want him more now. Okay, now that you ain't got him, and the dude that you to end up coupling up with may not be all of that. You probably gonna be trying to figure out how you can get back to Jeff. Okay, but anyway, girl, because Jeff was ready to give it all to you. He was ready to go in and give it all, but girl, you wasn't ready for all of that energy he was gonna bring. Talking about you didn't know. Hell, he didn't know either. That's why he said, I'm good. I'm straight. Okay, so that's where we are. I mean, the episode was pretty good. I'm glad that the Casa Amor is over. It was extremely underwhelming, as I told you guys. So now we can see all of the couples and the singles coexist together. But I do feel like there might be an elimination coming up very, very soon. But I hope that we get some new people in. Okay, primarily some new people for Mr. Jeff. Okay, but look, that's all that I got. I want you guys to hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the latest episode of Love Island USA, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.